yes, I've held leadership roles over my life, but those don't qualify me to do what I'm doing now.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Okay,
well, it kind of does. Well, I'm giving the test. I'm the test administrator.
All right, there you go.
So it kind of does, because when you go from saying I want to go to the highest office,
and I'll tell you, I've led companies as well. Is the other leader?
Right,
the main leadership role I've played is and I want to talk about one early part of your premise that I also want to say, bring it to the country point. The other points, you use the word sitting around. You know, I'm not somebody who's saying I want the next generation, my kids' generation, to have more civic duties when they graduate from high school and college than I did when I did. That being said, I wasn't sitting around. I've developed medicines, 5 of which are FDA-approved products today, one of which is a life-saving therapy in kids, 20 of whom die by the age of 3 if they're not treated, 70% of whom now live lives of a normal duration. Another one for prostate cancer. So I don't apologize for making...
Done all that.
Yeah.
Right.
We just went down. And this is what I mean. Like, he's like, you can kind of see in his face that he wants to tell her to go screw off.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's doing it in such a masterful way.
Right.
She's going to try to diminish it, I'm sure.
Well, yeah.
She's going to try to minimize everything.
Oh, she's like, hold on. I'm such a condescending. Yeah, she's like, I'm such a condescending cunt. I can't let him get away with this.
You can hear it revving up in her. You can hear
all I
her.
gotta say is she got to fix her fucking eyebrows. That's all I got to say.
And a weave.
I find her eyebrows extremely offensive.
Sometimes girls don't have the time to get that part. There's other parts that are more important first.
They look like this. She looks like fucking Ming from Flash Gordon. Death to Ming.
Oh.
All right, sorry.
Contributions. But...
Right. Well, I don't want you to filibuster that because
Just
that's not
sitting,
the question that I asked. And I don't consider, as a veteran, I'm talking about service. I'm not talking about what you
Civic
did for
service,
profit. I'm not talking about what you paid people to do with your company.
You see what she did there?
Yeah,
for profit.
See what she did there.
So the developing medicines to help people is only for profit, even though, like, I'm against big pharma and shit like that, but he's done shit to help people, and he actually believes in what he's done, which probably did help people, unlike Anthony Fauci. Yeah.
And all she said was, I'm a veteran. That's what she keeps coming back to.
Yeah,
I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran. This man has made life-saving drugs for children and adults. And all her is, well, I'm a veteran.
Well, what she's trying to do is she's trying to project that her choice in life is significantly better than his.
Right.
No,
yeah.
And people make choices in their lives. Like, listen, not everybody's fit to be in the military.
Yeah, no.
You know?
You can't
I've not served the country
because that means nothing to me.
You do
what I'm
realize
talking,
she hasn't been able to ask a question. She's been trying to ask a question. And
she hasn't been able to ask a question. Shut up, Envy. Shut up.
That dude's a douche.
Yeah.
And you've been talking over.
I'm all ears.
We gave you the platform to let you say.
I'm all ears. I'm all ears. No, I was just correcting a couple facts.
He seems a little defensive because, one, you told him that his parents brought him over here, and two, she keeps just belittling everything he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Chance to ask a question yet. Every time she tries to ask a question, you've been cut.
Hey, bro, why don't you grow in the rest of your beard so you connect to the rest of your shit, you fucking retard?
Well, not only that, he's not even facing him. He keeps looking at her. He won't even face him like a man.
This is a fucking douche.
So my question again is, you're trying to, your goal is to raise the standard, and you're saying you want people to believe in country and you want people to have civic engagement. And sir, I just find it very telling that you haven't had any civic engagement at all and haven't been at all. And when I say sit around, I don't mean you haven't done anything. I'm talking about in regards to service, because one thing about political office, the same way that you want to change how people look at politics and look at this country, I want to change how people look at politicians. And when I see that someone hasn't.
Oh, what? By voting for Joe Biden, who's been in politics for 50 years, the old white guy?
Sir, I want to judge you on not being a politician because politicians suck. So you need to be a politician. You haven't done your civil service of being a politician.
Exactly.
What the fuck? Like, seriously, I'm sorry.
It's fucking stupid.
Meanwhile, she's not even in studio, and I guarantee you she's making a decent salary. She's sitting at probably her house just talking about how she's a veteran and degrading this gentleman while making Probably a couple mil.
She seems like the bitch that like every other conversation that would come up, she'd be like, well, I'm a veteran.
She needs to spend some of that salary on her fucking eyebrows.
She's going for the Whoopi Goldberg look.
The eyebrows are offensive.
Listen,
really
she looks
far
like the
apart.
Whoopi Goldberg. Leave her alone.
Dude.
No.
She's more vocabulary.
No, I'll say. Well, here's
You know what they
the-
say
the
about
sad
girls with big
part
hoop earrings,
is-
right?
No.
Hold them. If you
The
hold
bigger
them,
the hoop.
just.
bigger the hoop.
Oh my god! But no, the problem is that she's trying to make a gotcha of
Mhm.
like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about because he hasn't worked in the public sector. He's
Mhm.
only a private sector guy.
Right.
He doesn't know how the government works and stuff. I know how the government works because I worked for the government. But the government's terrible that I work for, and you don't know anything about the horrible that I work for, so you
Right.
don't know anything.
Right. She's trying to she's
But
doing doing to him what people are doing to Trump.
Right, but and at the same turn, they're dunking on themselves. It's
Right.
like I don't know.
Did anything at all to be of service to mankind, to take a leadership role. It's not good enough to just be on city student council. Were you a leader? All of that.
You asked him if he was on the 8th grade student council.
And she sent
She wanted to
mankind.
use
which
it.
is
No,
offensive.
no, this is what she wanted to do. She wanted to use it as a dunk against him, saying,
Mhm.
"Oh, just because you were an 8th grade
Doesn't
class
mean you're
president
worth.
doesn't
Yeah.
mean you're qualified."
Yeah.
Dude, so transparent.
Mhm.
For
Class.
crying out
Have you
loud.
been able to get anybody in the room at any time, from a high school gymnasium to Ohio, Republican leadership there to now? Have you been able to get anybody in a room to believe in this vision? I don't agree with a lot of your vision statement, but I do know you've been going around having these discussions and getting everybody emotionally worked up to talk about vision and debate. But I want to get to the practical. You're trying to go from preschool to president of the United States. You're skipping over city council, county council, mayor, governor. You want to go straight to the top. So my question is this a
Mama J?
Hon, I want to hear what the rest of the
Okay.
PR? Is this for the PR, the perception of reality? Or can you point to any leadership where you've been able to get people to believe in what you're talking about that they're not paid to do on any of these vision statements that you have? If not, then to me, it's a moot point, because you're holding a standard that you haven't met yourself.
So
Mama J.
Where in the fuck does it say you have to do all that shit just to run for anything else? I'm sorry
Yeah.
that I wasn't a dog catcher. Now I can't be on the city council.
Like you said, she was trying to dunk on him, and you're not we don't want. I want to change how people see politicians. I don't want politicians. Have you been a politician?
Right.
Well, it's funny,
Exactly.
I've
Like,
seen- I'm
No,
sorry.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead, Scott.
like his like, yeah, he's like pretty much new to the scene, but it's like that's when you need to be like, no, that's why I'm here saying this stuff now. So I'm getting people on now. That's why I have a certain percentage, and the people who are backing me in the polls. But like, how fucking dumb? Like,
Well, it's funny, Scott. You make a great point. He's new to the scene, right? Like,
Yeah.
aren't we tired of the same old politicians
right?
who've been in office for 30 years? Now they
Right.
want to run for president. They've already have a track record. Like, don't we want people with don't we want fresh blood?
Yeah, that's the point
And
of the
new
American
ideas.
system too. Yeah.
Right. So, like, I mean, no, that's a great point. That's a great point. Like, and that's really what she's advocating for. She's basically saying, hey, you're not a part of the system, so you don't get to sit at the table.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no. And here's
But
the
she's
thing.
saying she wants to change the perception, but like, why aren't you? Well, like you were
Right.
saying, like you're not a politician, but why aren't you politician enough? It's like you're. I don't get it.
Dude, I saw it coming. The second she made that remark, I was like, whoa. Wait a second. But no, but the saddest part is that these are the same people that are like, yeah, let's feel the burn. Ooh,
Yeah.
Dianne
Yep.
Feinstein's the best.
Right.
The
Right.
Crypt Keeper.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
Joe
vote her ass
Biden.
back in.
Joe
Joe
Yeah.
Biden,
Bitch,
Chuck
she's
Schumer.
Like, oh, she's been dead
Yeah.
for 5 years, and they'll still be voting for her out in
Oh, yeah.
California.
Mm-hmm.
if you're only going to count government service? You're
No,
absolutely
not government
right.
service.
Okay.
Student council in the 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th. Were you
Yeah.
a leader? Did you do anything to rally anybody? Did you fight for better lunch? I did in the 6th grade with Miss Harris.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
No.
government.
Bet you did.
I can go all the way back from the 5th grade every year, sir, because people who are in service to this country, if you're going to go around saying you want people to believe in this country that I signed up to die for, then I want to make sure that you're holding that same standard. So not government, not political. Let's not get it confused. I'm saying, have you did anything of service that we can point to say,
I'm
Like
sorry.
what? Like what? Making medicines for kids and shit like that. Being a leader of a company. He was in student council. What the fuck is she talking about?
Yeah, this lady makes me want to
the-
grab stuff and throw it. Like like
Oh
what
my
are
God.
you?
I'm sorry.
What are you
I'm
talking
not-
about?
What the fuck?
My
I hate
wife.
getting like this.